What up, though? It's Calicoe, Landslide, fucking with Dedication TV. Subscribe to the network, man. Keep on pumping that good shit out. Keep on putting that good energy out in the world. Dedication TV, we dedicated, baby.
Yo, what's good? What's going on? Salute to everybody tuning into the channel, man. It's your boy Acito, man. I want to talk about a conversation that transpired on Twitter the other day in the spaces, actually, with all this conversation about the spaces is bad for battle rap. The spaces is killing battle rap. This is a narrative, that's been pushed by only a small select few of people. You know what I'm saying? It's been like maybe one or two bloggers that have said it. I ain't hear him say it no more. And recently DNA did an interview with Uncle Ra talking about spaces killed battle rap and all this shit. But we already addressed that. You know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about this. So Calicoe, right? I saw on my timeline, Calicoe was going back and forth with somebody in regards to his artist, Asi. Now, she's a new artist from Detroit. Haven't really seen much from her. I was able to find out a little bit more just from the spaces and the conversation alone. But there was a debate going on the timeline about why females top tiers particularly were being selective when it came to her, getting certain matchups and things of that nature. To make a long story short, I guess Calicoe was talking to Jazz the rapper, and he was trying to book Asi versus Jazz, and Jazz didn't feel like she deserved the battle because she didn't have enough on her resume. She didn't have enough battles on camera, whatever the case may be. Now, she only has one battle, you know what I'm saying, that I can remember, and that was against Yoshi G, and that was actually last year, I think, on Calicoe's first pay-per-view card, if I'm not mistaken. But since then, she hasn't did anything. She hasn't battled at all. Now, I understand she was on Bags and Bodies that has not been released yet. She was also featured on that female show that they shot with T-Rex, Murder Mook, and I think was in Jersey Twerk, not New Jersey Twerk. Somebody else was a part of that, but there's like a female tournament, but it's like a reality show, and I believe she was on that as well. So they were saying in the Bags and Bodies how she did like over 20 something battles, which is super dope, but those battles are not out yet. But even though, right, you did Bags and Bodies, you did, the reality show, what have you done since last year against Yoshi? You haven't battled anybody. And Calicoe is in the spaces downplaying the mid-tier ladies, saying, she's better than these hoes, she's a superstar and all this and that. And that may be far from the truth. That may be true. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm not one of these people, like, if you can get the opportunity, take the opportunity. But if you really pay attention to a lot of these artists, man, that jump the gun too fast, take certain big names too quickly, get thrown out there in the pit too fast. You know what I'm saying? You have a more high risk of, falling off that plane, man, choking, stumbling and all that. And especially when you're getting co-signed from like a legend or something of that nature, it's even more adamant pressure that you deliver. You're better off kind of like pacing yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dope ass fire mid-tier girls, you know what I'm saying, that you can battle and make, a lot of noise, build up a lot of value until you get to these big names. Like, why would I want to take a big name like Jazz? I only have one battle on camera against a mid-tier at that. Some saying Yoshi's top tier. I don't agree. I think Yoshi's dope, but I don't think Yoshi is top tier. I don't think she's top tier. But you have one battle against Yoshi and you're trying to get like a Jazz or like an official. Why take that battle now when you can battle like the First Lady Flames, the J Loves, you know what I'm saying? Eliza Versa. There's a lot of dope girls, you know what I'm saying, that you can battle, win these battles, or have classics or debatables, build that resume, get the conversation around the culture talking about you. Then it makes sense. Then you can really negotiate and get a big bag for Jazz the Rapper or something like that. But if you just jump out the gun too fast, in my personal opinion, and you just take somebody like that, you jump out the gun too fast and take a big name like that, even if you have a great performance. I ain't even gonna say that great performance. You have to be spectacular, bro. There's no room for error. You know what I'm saying? There's none. Like, you look at Prestavia, right? Look at Prestavia, because a lot of people will bring up Prestavia's name up. She had the heavy cosign from Sue Surf. You know what I'm saying? She just kind of didn't go through a proven ground process, you know, like some of the girls did. She kind of just got out there. But the thing with Prestavia was, even before she did Bags and Bodies, she was battling. Excuse me. She had battles. You know what I'm saying? She had battles. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna even pull up her resume just so it's clear. So there's no like favoritism or people picking and choosing. So now I'm looking at Prestavia's first battle. I don't know if we could be wrong, but you got February 2020 against Forever. Okay. That was her first battle. You know what I'm saying? Then she battles on Gates of the Garden. She's got a couple battles on Gates, like 3-4 battles, 5 battles on Gates of the Garden. Her first, like, you want to say name was Lady Caution. She battled Lady Caution in June of 2021. So mind you, her first battle on the scene was in 2020. Okay. And she had two battles in 2020. And in 2021, she had 4 battles before she got Lady Caution in 2021. Then after that, she battles Tia. Okay. A guy named Zeke. These are still mid-tiers, low names. You know what I'm saying? 2022, somebody named Nietzsche Chunks. Now, Chrome 23. This is when you start to see the emergence. Now, 2022, she battles Yoshi G. Okay. Now, before she gets the Yoshi G battle, this is how many battles Prestavia has. This is on YouTube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 battles on camera. 8 battles on camera before she battles Yoshi G. Okay. Then after Yoshi G, who does she battle? After Yoshi G, let's see. She battles C3 on Rap Committee. And I remember them talking about that battle. She got crazy. So she got somebody like C3. Okay. Then she got Danny Myers on Gates of the Garden. She's already put a lot of work on Gates of the Garden League. So it's only right that Dre Dennis, somebody that's an artist on her league, give her a plate. So her first really like big name against a legend was Danny Myers. Okay. Then after that, she battles J2, Chrome 23. Okay. Then she battles Miss Ill. Now, after that, her first, I want to say female wise, her first big name, like big name, legend status, Official. That came in 2023. So you got 3 years of work before she gets a Mount Rushmore Official. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, like there's no favoritism with her. You know what I mean? She doesn't battle for like a year. I think she had a baby, took some time off, came back, battled Shayna Ashley. Beat Shayna Ashley. You know what I'm saying? Did Verbal Warzone. And then I think she's had a couple other battles since then. Then she just had a classic against Coffee Brown. So Prestavia put work in. So the whole narrative that Prestavia, you know, shit was given to her, Prestavia put work in, bro. And this is before Sue Surf even came into the picture. Now I understand Calicoe's finding, you know, this girl, Asai, and he believes in her. He sees the talent. You know what I mean? I do see talent in her, but I also want to see more. Okay, I like to hear you popping and shit. I love the confidence, but I want to see more. I can't just say because you had a dope battle against Yoshi G, which I don't even call that battle a classic. I just kind of have you winning the battle. You didn't kill her. So it's like, I can't even judge off that one battle that you're future superstar and all this and that. Like, you ain't even battled nobody that's in your caliber. Yoshi G is like a backpack rapper / stop bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see you get in there with somebody like a Shuni the rapper. You know what I'm saying? Top tier. You know what I mean? Somebody that's respected, put a lot of work in. Let me see you against somebody like a C3. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to, J Love. Like I said, Eliza Versa. It's girls out there consistently. Lady J. Like, let me see you in the ring with somebody like that and see how she does. Now, I know there's people online saying that, yo, she's getting a lot of hate and things of that nature. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? People gonna have their opinions. But nothing takes away the fact from the work. You have to put more work in. That's just what it is. You can't compare other people's, trials and how they got to where they got to yours. You're special. You know what I mean? You're a different case. You're being co-signed by one of the most pillared battle rappers we have in the culture. He's championing you, saying that you're a superstar. You the best. None of these females could rock with you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to back it up now at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I like, after once Calicoe left, she's like, yo, I'm open to take any one of these girls. Like, and that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, get some kills, like get some bodies, get some 3-0s. You know what I'm saying? Get some of those under your belt. You know what I mean? Then it can make sense for us to get online as bloggers and champion behind you. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to Muwab. He had made a comment to me talking about, I'm sick of y'all. I'm tired of y'all doing this. I had this shit with text and shit like that. Like, I guess people were saying text didn't deserve such and such. I'm like, yo, listen, I never said anything about text. Okay. And my thing is with text was battling niggas in the trenches in that tournament and had a stellar performance. That's what caught my eye. His delivery, you know what I'm saying? His bars. And then since then, every time I see him on camera, he elevates. He gets better and better and better. And the caliber of names he's being matched up with makes sense. Like, Easy's putting him in front of the right names. And he's delivering every single time. So he's not even a case of where somebody could be like up in an outrage. It's not like Tex is battling like he's battling like a Mac Myron and then going from Mac Myron to Rum Nitty or something like that. Like, no, he's staying within that caliber. Mac Myron, Snake Eyes. Who did he battle? I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's like, you know what I mean? Those names make sense. They're perfect. You know what I'm saying? Now, I see people are speaking as far as Cheyraq. Now, I will say this about Cheyraq, right? I remember there was a point where Cheyraq was like scorching, bro. Like, and she was battling like mid-tier girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, then she started gradually getting to like top tier girls. But she was pacing herself very, very, very well. Very, very well. And I feel like now she's battling a lot of Mount Rushmore, not Mount Rushmores, but a lot of big names. Even some Mount Rushmores. Like, some people had clips as a Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? She got Hustle coming up. She battled Jazz. I think she battled 40? I don't know if she battled 40, but she battled Shuni. Had a crazy joint with Shuni. Some of these battles, she's having great showings. Some of them, she's having moments where she'll choke, have a slip up. But she's not winning these battles. She's not winning them. You know what I mean? Having moments, but not winning them. And that's a little alarming for me because, once 3 or 4 battles, you're battling these big names and you're not really winning. It's like you're having like moments, but you're not winning. They're not debatables. I think you need to kind of scale back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Start building up some of this momentum. Because Cheyraq is still fairly new. She's still new. And me personally, like, I understand some of the known girls feel like she deserves this. She deserves these plates, because I heard Miss Hustle say that in the spaces, that I like the way Cheyraq carries herself. She's not arrogant. She, you know what I mean? She's respectful. You know what I mean? She's nice. She's dope. You know what I mean? She's a breath of fresh air. I like her. I want to give her a shot. You know what I'm saying? And that's super dope. But I want the shot to make sense. I want you to be fully prepared, fully ready, fully like know your strengths and your weaknesses. I feel like you're still kind of figuring that out because you're so new, and Cheyraq has a great team. She has a great management team, people that believe in her. But I just feel like with her, it's not even a case of she ain't do enough and she's getting these battles, these big names too quickly. That's not the case. You know what I mean? She's put a lot of work in. Cheyraq is another one, put a lot of work in. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's fairly still new, she still has battled a lot. But I do feel like some of these big names, there's other names that you can battle before you get there. You know what I'm saying? Before you get there, it's like you can't go from Jerry West, not have such a great performance, and then go to Charlie Clips. You know what I'm saying? You want matchups to make sense. Because the worst thing you want to do is battle all the big names or the names that are frequently out here. And then it's like you max out. You don't have any more top tiers or big names to battle. All you have left is mid tiers and low names. And now it's looking like you're going backwards. You're like chasing a dollar. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my only discrepancy with how Cheyraq's kind of moving as far as the matchups. I want to see her kind of take, like I said, there's a lot more top tiers, mid tiers that haven't really got on those plateaus or just can give great fights, great matchups. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she can battle some more of those type of girls, even some of the guys too, you know? But I don't know, man. Like for me, we're just in a day and age now with battle rap where it's not like how it used to be. It's not like, yo, you go ahead and you battle. You have 10, if you have 10 great battles, you know what I'm saying, in a row in a year undefeatedly, then you can get a super big name. It's like, nah, if you got the money, or if the battler don't have no battles lined up, then they got a list of names, like, well, fuck it, just give me her. Or fuck it, just give me him. It's like nobody's really like battling and then getting rewarded with the big names. They're kind of getting the big names so fast because there's such a huge, rush of leagues. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many battlers. So now it's just like people are trying to just do all they can do to try to create matchups and create, some type of energy, because a lot of these battlers have battled each other already. So it's like, what else do you do at this point? You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing too as well. And that's like, I can't even really get too crazy about it. But when you're brand new, like a breath of fresh air, and you only have not even 5 battles under your belt since you've been in the game, that's a little crazy for you to kind of get out there and be trying to battle like Mount Rushmore battlers. Like, that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I could be wrong. She could get in there and have a classic, or he could get in there and have a classic. And then his trajectory or her trajectory just go up from there. But I have not seen it likely from a lot of people. But that's just my thoughts on it, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all social media platforms. It's your boy Acito. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.